and the role it plays in upholding our protecting our constitution and also our basic right. The key is to really be very concerned about the fact that are you counting the vote and casting? It's that simple. All kinds of complications have been created in the last year. 2024 election is the most important election in the recent history of India. It will decide the destiny of a nation for a long time to come. Hence, there is large. Of course, 2024 is the elections in about 40 different countries. In everywhere, democracy is a crossroad, especially for people like me who study these things on and off, is because of polarized politics, because of social media amplifying lies, hate, fear, and I see this in the US. I also see this in India and many other countries. And as a result, people's vote becomes even more valuable. Modern India's greatest is that world's largest and vibrant democracy. Everyone talks about Indian democracy. But over the last few years, some of us believe that institutions are under civil society is not allowed to really have the freedom and flexibility they should have. Media is controlled and managed. And as a result, people's freedom ultimately gets affected. In India, there has been electronic voting machine for about 15 years. To that step, EVM was added, where you are shown a receipt for 7 seconds, and the receipt then gets dumped into the box. And there are lots and lots of questions as to how it is done. Do I really trust or I don't trust it? Lots of discussion has been going on for many years on this. I get all kinds of technical experts telling me this is how you hack it. Some people came and told me there is a board with special processor or sonar which can give you access to satellite in some systems. Others have given me demo. I really don't know who to believe. But I know that the entire supply chain, from production of the machine to when you vote to when you count, there are lots of loopholes. Machines are about 15-year-old. As an engineer who has spent 60 years now in IT telecom, I understand the complications of the revision, hardware revision, software revision, patches, who controls which software. So the whole chain is not as simple as people will have us believe. And this has caused a great deal of debate, discussions at various levels in India. I was watching this for quite some time. And I came across the Citizen Commission's on the election report by former judge of the Supreme Court, Justice Lokur. great regard for him. And the whole team that worked on it, including Mr. Devasahayam. When I read that report, I got alarmed that is being report. That's the time when I decided to land my pitch to this whole activity on EVM. I felt that the Citizens Commission on Election deserves respect. What they are saying is very, very important. And the response I have seen from Election Commission, it is in the public domain, tells me that not much is being done to bridge this trust. There is a huge trust. It doesn't matter what Election Commission thinks. It matters what people of India think. This is not an issue just for political party or for Election Commission or for Supreme Court. It is really an issue for the voter. You got to convince me, the voter. Don't ask me to convince Election Commission. Today it is exactly opposite. Election Commission is saying you can, and their response is very bureaucratic. I've seen the response to Jaram Ramesh, and I'm convinced that the response answers the questions raised. People have asked for meetings, they haven't done it. Now that the elections are around the corner, I don't think that how you can hack it, when can it be hacked, what version of the software is. So that is no longer on the table. That's over. That phase we have lost is left on it. The only option today, according to me, is paper ballot. It's not very complicated. So to say that going to paper ballot would be going back, no. Always go back to fundamentals. It is always good to go back to basics. I remain very concerned that if we don't prepare for the right kind of solution in the next few weeks, we will lose people's trust. If you do that, it's like losing trust in your democracy. Democracy is never perfect. There is always work in process. Today is an example of citizens' voice. Democracy is not just about government and government institutions. It is about citizens. It is for the people, by the people, of the people. And people have to speak. And I find many times people are afraid to speak because they'll be hounded either by trolls or by government agencies or by people who don't believe in you. So to me, we are at a very critical point in this election cycle. And we must speak up. Even now I get calls from Alas, Israel, UK, South Asia, telling me how it is. I don't know whether it is tempered or not. I have no, but that doesn't stop me from thinking that I have lost trust. I'm an Indian citizen and I'm concerned about voting in India. I have a voice like many others and I want to use that voice. And I want election commission to be sensitive to the needs and not remain in their own little environment and talk with great authority and not answer the questions easy. Paper ballot is the only option today. So I'm not here to debate the technical solutions because that phase is over. People are demanding that election commission listen to their voices. There are demonstrations in Delhi, Mumbai. I'm aware of some of these, and it bothers me that government election commission paid any attention to these voices. With this, I want to invite my colleague today, Mr. Devasahayam, IAS officer, worked on the Citizens Commission, knows a lot more about these issues than I do, and I would like him to take 12 minutes and explain the situation from his perspective, and then we can go for question answers. Thank you. Mr. Devasahayam. You are the technology guru, and I am a novice in technology. I hardly know technology. I am a student in economics. But what is methodology? See, I have been in the Indian Administration Service, and during my career, I have conducted elections, various elections. I am a super senior citizen now. I have cast my vote under the paper ballot system. I have cast my vote under the EVM system. I have cast the vote under the EVM system. So a comprehensive idea of how the paper ballot system worked and how the EVM system is working is my personal knowledge. That gives me the qualification for today's intervention. Now let us start with the basics. Actually, what is the basic? What is an election? What is an election? There's a notion really in this country that it's a question of numbers. People come and stand in the queue, something, and then there are some numbers. One political party wins, other political party loses, and this party forms the government. That's the end of it. People have to follow the government that has been formed. It's a matter of numbers. It is not a matter of numbers. This is a citizen transferring her sovereignty. In a democracy, citizen wins, and election is through which he is transferring his sovereignty to the elected representatives, whether it is MLA or MP, whatever it is. So, if he is transferring his sovereignty, the fundamental and basic essential principles of democracy, or a democracy principle, need to be complied with. That the voter must know that her vote is cast as intended, recorded as cast, and counted as recorded. This is the essence, without which there is no election. This issue went before the General Constitutional Court in 2009, and they clearly asked, and there was a technology presentation. They said, no, we are not interested in a technology presentation. Do we comply with the democratic principles? They said no. Then they declared it unconstitutional. That is point number one. Most essential part, unless the electoral process complies with the democracy principles. That means end-to-end verifiability to the knowledge of the voter. That is important. Now what is happening? That used to happen during the paper ballot. Now what is happening? The voter goes in, presses a button, there's a beep, there's a light. He doesn't know. he doesn't know. A light comes out. This is the best machine in the world. I don't care. I'm not a technical man. This is the best word. I believe everything what the comes to say. Invincible, infallible, all this superlative language. But I don't care. That doesn't provide the basic democracy. That is why, from the very beginning, we had our own thoughts about the system of. The machine is taken over from the quota. The first basic principle. Then what happened? They brought in the VPAT as a solution. That yes, there will be some verifiability in the system. So they brought the voter verifiable paper audit trail and attached it with the election commission. 2013. The rule was amended. So as soon as the VPATs were attached, there were two votes. India is very, very interesting. You have two votes now. One vote is in the memory of the EVM. One vote is a paper slip, which you see for 7 seconds and it drops into your books. The rule is amended. The conduct of election rules. In the event of a dispute between the two, it's a paper slip that prevails. So it is natural, automatic that it is a paper slip that is to be counted. So strangely enough, in 2018, Election Commission brought the rule. No need to count paper slip. You will count only the EVM memory. And then they said, we will count just one book in the assembly constituency of 300 books. Half, less than half percent. It is a complete kind of joke. And from then onwards, we have been struggling. And they will not listen. All we have been telling them is, for heaven's sake, you have brought in this paper slip. And Supreme Court says, voter verifiable paper slip, paper trail, audit trail, so cross auditing. So count this. And if necessary, check it with your memory. If necessary. They are doing completely the reverse. That is fraud number one, being committed by the election commission. Fraud number two, they take weeks and months to conduct the election. It's a long process in India, as you know. 7 phase, 8 phase, take months. And that will take their own sweet time, dueling, voting, this, that, storing, and in a strong room for a month or 1.5 months. But they want to do the counting in the matter of minutes, matter of hours, and around the result. It is just a tearing hurry. Actually, it's a counting that is critical. That is why the result comes out. That's why the representative is MLA, MP, municipalities. But they are in such a tearing hurry. When the matter went to the Supreme Court, they take the excuse. No, it will take 3 days, it will take 4 days. I say, it will take 3 days don't mean much. It will not take. We have done the counting. Even if it takes 3 days, maximum 1 day it will take. They scared the Supreme Court. Supreme Court got scared. So, no. I said, what is it? You are doing the electoral process for 2 weeks, storing it for 1.5 months. So it was an absurd argument. But we have been trying to represent repeatedly civil society. But starting from January 2019, Election Commission doors were closed. Completely closed and hermetically sealed. They will not listen to anybody. They will not talk to anybody. They will not look at anybody as if they are Indian in there. That is why we set up this election. I am the coordinator of the Citizens Commission, and we have worked for more than a year. We went into 7 issues. I am not going to that. 7 issues directly related to the integrity of the electoral process. But we are now talking about EVM, VVPAT. So, this is very important. We wanted to be doubly sure and triply sure. We brought in the best experts in the world. Not only in India, the world. Professor Subhashish Banerjee of IIT Delhi, Professor Sindhi Shukla, IIT Kanpur. Both of them brought in the best experts in the world. They analyzed the whole thing and gave a report. And in some substance, the outcome of this report of this year, which was brought in 2001, it says, due to the absence of end verifiability, the present EVM system not verifiable. Therefore, is unfit for democratic elections. Best brains in the world. I am not saying this. I am not a technical man. Unfit for democratic elections. And they gave a reason for that. They said, due to the absence here. Then they said, in practice, it may be necessary to test more EVM than even the civil society political parties demand. That means 100%. We demanded 50%. The commission says it should be 100%. Then there must be a stringent audit of the electronic vote count also declared, which they are not doing now. Finally, it says the electronic voting system should be redesigned or recalibrated to be software and hardware independent in order to be repayable and auditable. Following this, we gave the suggestion to the Election Commission, signed by about 10,000 people in August of last year, saying that listen, we will keep your EVM, no problem. We did not ask for a paper ballot. Keep your EVM, keep your VVPAT. But the slip is now too small, is printed in thermal paper, vanishes in a matter of couple of weeks. So you make the paper slightly bigger, print it in quality paper, give it in the hands of the voter. Now the doubt is, what is shown paper slip is not actually being counted. That is the doubt. Because some manipulation takes place. I don't know if it's or not. That is a doubt. So give it in the voter's hand and the voter puts it in the chip-free box in front of everybody. So that it can't. So the voter is satisfied. The voters come into their hand and seen it, satisfied, the symbol, candidate's name is there, and put the vote into the paper ballot. And then count that slip. That is the real vote. Count that slip. Then, if necessary, if there are some doubts, probably take to the electronic voting machine. That can be done in a matter of minutes. That is already on the computer. So such a simple formula we gave them. They will not even listen. They will not respond. Then soon thereafter, the matter was taken up by the political parties. The India bloc passed a resolution in December on the same lines, exactly the same. Election Commission will not listen and drag on and on and on. Now the election is just about 3 months away. So now I entirely concur with my colleague, Sam Pitroda, that we have no option but to go back to the paper ballot. Good. There's no option. And there's a reason. I must close it saying why. I must explain as a person who conducted the activity that you want to talk about. To observe it. You can just do it. Yeah. Now, there are a lot of to ask. Yeah, why we are saying exactly why we are saying paper ballot? Because everything is available. See, the ballot boxes are not high-tech items. They are being continuously produced in the country because local bodies and panchayats are conducting the elections through paper ballot. And it's a low-tech manufactured directly under the collectors and district election officers. Okay, so that box can. In any case, paper ballots are printed only after the candidate. You just have to line up the printing process. So even at the instant notice of 2-3 weeks, you can go back to the paper ballot, which we have been there going on. Most of the democratic countries well done. So our demand now is we are using this. We are this through this press conference today. We are openly saying we will not accept anything except paper ballot, and that is the only system which can play with the democracy principle and end very period. We will answer questions. And before concluding, I would like to say, see, elections in India used to be a very sacred affair. And people throughout the world have a lot of faith in India's electoral process. That faith trust has been badly broken because of the totally insensitive attitude of the Election Commission of India. So, we in the civil society propose to set up the electoral monitoring group, international election monitoring group, to monitor the elections in 2024 parliament election, and preliminary work is already on. And by the middle of February, the group will be in place, and I'm sure they will keep a close watch and see that these elections are held in a free and fair manner with integrity. Thank you very much. We are willing to answer any questions. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am pleased to note that we have more than 150 people on this Zoom call. Thank you for your interest. We are honored that you took time to come listen to us. See lots of hands being raised. I'm requesting our technical team take one by one. We'll try to answer as many as possible. Who is going to enter people on questions? Hello, Sam. Siddharth from NI is with us. No, hold on. Let the team handle it. Let the team handle it, Virendra. Okay. Technical team, Vishal. Where is Vishal and Shah? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sharman, go ahead. क्या है? Hold your mic. Yes, sir. I am Sharman again, calling from Bhopal. Yes. From Bhopal. Can we also talk about the microphone, please? Entertainment. Answer to the media people first. Yeah, I'm editor of MP Post. I'm editor of MP Post. Please go ahead. लेकिन स्कैमसर आपसे ये आग्रह है कि ये बिजनेस बहुत तेजी के साथ उठ रहा है. इसका एक सिर्फ सीधी भाषा में समाधान क्या है, क्योंकि इलेक्शन कमीशन का कहना है कि ऐसा कोई हैकिंग नहीं होती, कोई किसी तरह की समस्या नहीं है पूर्व के और वर्तमान. दूसरा, आप लोग ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट भी गए, आपका एक फोरम भी बना और ये इस पे विषय तो बहुत चला, लेकिन इसका समाधान आप बता दीजिए कि क्या यदि ये समाधान नहीं हुआ कि कांग्रेस पार्टी इलेक्शन का बाइकआउट करे. देखिए, ये कांग्रेस पार्टी को डिसाइड करना. हम अभी बात कर रहे हैं कंसर्न सिटीजन और हमें कोई भरोसा नहीं. हमें इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वोटिंग मशीन पे भरोसा नहीं. पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज को जो करना करे, दैट इज देयर प्रिविलेज. ठीक है जी. दूसरा मेरा ये कि इंडिया जो है ना, डिजिटल इंडिया से डिजिटल डेमोक्रेसी की तरफ जा रहा है और जो है ना बैलेट पेपर की तरफ आ रहा है. उसमें कोई डिफरेंस. डेमोक्रेसी is more about independent institutions. It is about decentralization. It is not about electronic voting machine for voting. So let's not confuse. कि आपने इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वोटिंग कर दिया, and then you become dictatorial. ये तो कोई बात ही बनती नहीं. So confuse मत करिए डिजिटल इंडिया को इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मशीन के साथ. हमें इतना ही जानना है कि लोगों को कॉन्फिडेंस है कि नहीं. लोगों ने कॉन्फिडेंस गवाया है. Okay, let's go to the.
We'll allow one question per person. Please be aware of this. Thank you.
Yes. Rakesh, turn on the with microphone. Who is the next one? Let's not lose time. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Right. So, actually, I was about NXP. Poonam Agarwal is actually a journalist who has raised up the issue of EV quite frequently in the last 6 years. And one of our recent videos shows that NXP's Conductors, which is one of the biggest semiconductor companies in the world, is the actual company that is manufacturing our EVs. Okay, right. So I want to draw your attention to the fact that according to NXP's own admittance, that they were hacked for 3 years before 2019. Yeah, and all kinds of, you know, and if the manufacturer of our voting machines is hacked, they're saying we are hacked for 3 years and we didn't even know. And it could be probably Chinese hackers. This is their claim. This is public knowledge. Thank you, and I agree with you that that's why people have lost trust. An election, I don't believe in that. Yes. And also, sir, Ashwini Kurishi, I respect him a lot. I have familiar relationships with him as well. He just claims, and a lot of people are just claiming that it cannot be hacked. He's giving you a message and saying it can. It's not a technical person. I know it can be hacked. My colleague, eventually, junior colleague, security has to protect his time. That's what we're not talking about personal issues. I'm basically saying to be arguing with somebody who is not willing to listen. It doesn't know what they're talking about. Come on, give me a break. This is democracy. And I'm not going to listen to it. And that's why I'm letting my voice. Because it has gone too far. If election commission had been all into people, having a broader conversation, looking at the issues, looking at, I wouldn't see a need to speak up like this. But I'm concerned, I'm very concerned, and that's why I'm speaking. Thank you. Next, Mr. Yeshwant. Thanks, Rakesh. This is the way to. Mr. Bave, please unmute. Rakesh, need to unmute him right away. Thank you. Okay. Thanks. Thank you, Mr. Pitroda and Shishai. In fact, you may recollect we had made long time back when I was Secretary of Maharashtra. Yes, yes. We endorse that democracy is the most fundamental, and voting and the centrality of voters is its foundation. We have had excellent presentations, so my heartiest congratulations on this subject of great moment. Now, since it is felt that paper ballot is the only way to go to maintain the democratic voting integrity, I shall not go any further on that path. But I would like to draw your attention to more fundamental, not more fundamental, but something that predates voting. You mentioned about social media. Social media influences voters, sways them, mesmerizes them, or coerces them. That predates the actual voting by them. So we are addressing, of course, the voting machine and the paper ballot. That is fine. Recently, Global Risk Report 2024 puts India at number 1 position in what it calls misinformation and disinformation. I'm not going to how they arrive it and what happens. US is put at number 6. I'm not concerned with that. Yes, we know that media is the message. Yes. What would be, in your view, a technological solution, however inadequate, partial, to address this, I would say, menace? Because left governments, the response is going to be autocratic and in favor of more controls on the content itself. Thank you. No, very good question. Thank you for your intervention. If you that should be misinformation get propagated. I don't think we have enough time for a right. AI will help that in the future, but AI will also hurt that in the future. So we don't have right now enough time. All I would request people to do is find your own. Don't listen to social media. It is not truth. You are intelligent enough. Talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends, talk to your respect, and find your own truth. The truth that is propagated on social media is not true. So if somebody says, I have so many, everybody is excited about this, because I can ask 1,000 people, my viewers, and pay them 5,000 rupees a month, and all of a sudden, I'm facing social media. Just ignore that. Find your own truth. Thank you. University.
Sam, Rakesh, maybe we should allow ANI and other news agencies who are in this call.
Media people, you can just focus on media people. It'll be better.
Rakesh, there is ANI in the list, Rajesh.
This is Subhash Sharma from ANI, sir. Hi, Siddhartha. I'm fine, sir. Am I audible, sir? You are audible. Just a moment, sir. Quick. Sir. Yeah. So I was going to ask you, because since you are saying that you are raising this voice as a concerned citizen who is interested in a free and fair elections to be conducted in India. But why don't your group, because since you are already a chairperson of a wing of Congress party, I'm not bringing party in the picture. So what my plea is to you about my question is that why don't you people are reaching out to the opposition parties, because opposition parties are so that was my question, sir. And mainly, do you think that now when the elections are on the verge, your demand is how much your demand will be practical and will be accepted by the political parties and the election commission? Parties, it has to do with election commission. Political parties have nothing to do with it. According to me, if they want to raise their voice, they're welcome. This is a citizens issue. It is a citizens issue that election commission must pay attention to. Let me tell you, I go as far as to say that today corporates are funding elections, but they don't vote. Why are we corporates who fund elections? So that we can sort it out. World over, why are we allowing corporate money to vote? That is a government issue. So right now we are taking one, and that is build trust. There is trust deficit. The only way to build trust is to go to paper ballot now, because we have all that time. That's all. And so when you say that there is a chance of tampering in the EVM, the ruling party and the doesn't know what anybody says. It does not mean it's up to the regulation. It's not on the table anymore. Okay. That's it over. Let's move on. Your colleague said they are going to national monitoring group to look after the free and fair election. I think that is it right to have an international monitoring group? I know what's wrong with it. What's wrong with it? We are open to transparent. Okay, it doesn't mean it. But I know we are a country of 1.5 billion people. Okay, we got to be open. We lead the world. On one hand, you want to lead the world. On the other hand, you want to close it. What kind of a system is that? But it is not possible to have a rational conversation today. It is not possible to have a scientific mindset. It is all tutu meme. It is more personal attacks. Let's come. We are a country of 1.5 billion people. If we want to invite other people from the world to come and observe our election and give us their analysis, it's perfect. Thank you. Next, Mr. Nadeem Amro. Thanks, Rakesh. Mr. Amro, thank you. Mr. Sam, could you identify yourself and the media? No, I'm not from media. Yes, you are. Yeah, go ahead. I would request media people to come forward more so than. Please go ahead. Go ahead, Nadeem bhai. You are muted. Next, Rakesh. Okay. Swarnama. I think. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Are you talking to me? Yes. Yeah. I am. In fact, say, my simple thing. Are you from India? No, I'm not from India. I'm a physics professor. Please listen to me. Thank you. See, go ahead. My EVM, if it is having a embedded chip, it is very simple to detect. As a voter, when I go near the EVM, I switch on my mobile, switch off Wi-Fi, and switch on Wi-Fi. Then if there is a signal from EVM, I can very easily identify that. So EVM with the embedded SIM can be identified. And if you have the embedded SIM, it can be controlled by any person anywhere in the world. And we know that there are so many issues. So identifying the embedded is very simple by the people. And once they know that, they will, choose that action. Agree. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Next. Mr. Okay. Thank you. Gautam, can you please unmute and come forward? Mr. Gautam. Yes. I'm from India today. Thank you. My question, Mr. Pitroda, is this: that since you also had a division of Congress party, and since you've been raising this issue for some time now, are you going to incorporate the demand in manifesto also that we should review? I'm not talking as Congress party, I'm talking as a concerned citizen. That's why this press conference is not a Congress party conference. Thank you. Next. Mr. Bhattacharya. Can you please unmute Mr. Bhattacharya? You say your thing. If I talk, you are very thank you. Questions, yeah? You can say. Former executive. Outcome of the elections in Karnataka was reputation of Telangana. Anything. No. Because I'm not saying that is the possibility. I don't have. Thank you. Maybe today, go ahead. I think we'll time in between turning people on. Mr. Lalit Kumar. Mr. Lalit Kumar. Good morning, sir. This is Lalit Kumar from India. Actually, I am from an electronics background. I'm working for the last 15 years. Are you in the press? No, sir. I am not from the press, but I am scientific in the electronics domain. Yeah, so let's quickly go through your question because I'm more interested in interacting with press. Sir, the media is yeah, go ahead. Media, so, sir, really, go ahead quickly. Okay, sir, as you have said, people have to find their own flow. Sir, as you know that a very large part of Indian people are not very much aware about the electronics. Sure. And the only medium to get the information is the social media. Sure. And you know that what is the condition of the mainstream media in India. Sure. So the WhatsApp and WhatsApp University, I will say the WhatsApp University is the only institute to get the information about the EVM. I'm not saying the information is right or wrong. Right. So your point. Yes. So as you said, people have to get their truth on. So please tell me, sir, that how people will get the truth. Just talk to more people like you. Sir, yeah. Yes, sir. That's why the media is the only medium to get the information from here and there. But there are people around you who can talk to. Mr. Sir, people are complaining that media is not being listened to. Please identify. Allow me. No, I'm not going to have a discussion on this. Let's just move on. The media. I'm completing my. Please, I'm a freelance journalist. Yes, sir. My name is Herbal. We have met earlier, Mr. Pitroda. Yes, sir. Now, the question is, are you moving the court? Are you looking at okay. Yeah, we have not out court. There is no justice in court. Yeah. We are not talking to court. Courts are totally different set of things. We are talking about this right. At the end of the day, people are the masters. Courts are not. Next, please request only press for the time being to raise their hand. Once we have more time, we will open up for everybody. Next, the way order to hello. Yes. Hello. Yes, Ravindra. Hello. Yes, Ravindra. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Hello. मैं आपसे जानना चाहूंगा हर चुनाव के को लेके जो इस तरह के न्यूज पेपर से है भैया कॉन्फ्रेंस वगैरह होती है आपस में बातचीत होती है मगर चुनाव परिणाम आने के बाद मैं फ्रीलांस जर्नलिस्ट हूँ खबर सबकी .com का संपादक हूँ थैंक यू हेलो गया हूँ मैं जानना चाह रहा हूँ कि हर चुनाव के पहले जो इस तरह की जो होती है सब तो ईवीएम को लेकर इतना गंभीर होने के बाद भी आप नहीं कर पाते ईवीएम खत्म हो जाए और इसके लिए आप गंभीर है तो 10 साल हो चुके हैं 10 साल में अब तक आपकी बात समझ रही इस चुनाव परिणाम अभी चुनाव नजदीक इसलिए हो रहा था मेरे को लगता है इसको आप और अगर चुनाव परिणाम आने के बाद अगर ये चुनाव इसी से होते ईवीएम से और चुनाव परिणाम आने के बाद भी लगातार इसको नजर रखेंगे कि इस तरह I think Mithu Jain, there's so many others around. Okay, please. Mithu Jain, go ahead. Unmute. Can you tell me, Mr. Pitroda? Yes, we can hear you. So I have two questions. You're talking about the fact that you're going to be who are going to be monitoring this election. Can you discuss the modalities of that? And if I could just take you back in history, in 2002, when the Kashmir elections are concerned, we had tried to, we had brought international observers, etc. At that time, Mr. Vajpayee was Prime Minister and James Lindo was Chief Election Commissioner. There was a cry raised, we are trying to, internationalize the issue, and this is an internal matter. Do you think that you would be open to this kind of criticism once again, and do you think that's a good idea? And also, what is the modality of it? These observers, would they be allowed to go inside election booths? I don't think that would be possible. How would they be, conducting this? How would they be observing this election? That's one question. I have a unrelated different question. The Citizens Commission on Elections report has a very interesting expert who says that this present system is not sound. It can be hacked, and he has raised several questions about the entire EVM system. And his name is Alex J. Haldeman. He's a professor. He's supposed to be the foremost on EVMs and EVMs. I think a professor at University. The interesting thing is in 2010, Haldeman and a gentleman called Ayush and others who had come out with a report in 2010, and that was instrumental in influencing the Supreme Court. At that time, also there were no facts at that time, but Mr. Haldeman, Professor Haldeman, and others had said that the present system is good. It can be hacked. So essentially, the present system in 2010 could be hacked. In 2024, it can be hacked. So essentially, has anybody pointed this out to Professor Haldeman from the Citizens Commission? Yes. Two questions. So the answer is yes. Answer to first, my colleague to respond. Could you just elaborate on the second answer first? Okay. Yeah. Haldeman is part of our election and he report for us. Okay. So that is as far as the international sort of monitoring group is concerned. See, India's democracy is not a local affair. The most populous country in the world, largest democracy in the world, if it goes asunder, democracy will be finished in the world, not only in the country. So it is no longer an Indian issue. If it is an Indian issue, if it has been done with a proper, in a manner, free, fair, and with integrity, yes, we will not even talk about the monitoring group. But monitoring group, we have to talk about it because we feel that India's elections are no more free and fair. And let me tell you one more also. The constitutional content group of about 200 civil servants, most of them from IAS who have conducted elections, in 2019, soon after the election of Power, wrote a very lengthy election commission, clearly saying the elections should not be fair. 2019, again, couple of months ago, they have again announced that election again will not be fair. So it is not that the matter has not been raised with the concerned authorities, but they are just sealed. The election commission has been sealed. How do you open it? So the question is, the International Monetary Group is not the official group. Government is not going to allow that, but we will have a psychological impact of experts watching the process, starting from the way the day the election is scheduled and the BVM the election report. So that is a psychological aspect. So I don't think anybody should have any objection. They should welcome. If they are confident about the fairness of the election and the integrity of the election, they should welcome any kind of conflict. That's my in 8:30. Another 15 minutes. Go ahead, sir. I am advocate and ex-reporter. I'm free. ठीक है तो मैं बात करूंगा चलेगा ठीक है चलेगा मैं एडवोकेसी का काम करता हूँ लास्ट टाइम पे इलेक्शन में लड़ा हूँ लोकसभा का मैंने कुछ चीजों को प्रैक्टिकली एनालाइज करने के लिए जैसे मैं अभी टाइम पे मतलब करता हूँ अभी इलेक्शन हूँ तो 120 जो है वो रिलीज किया जाता है इलेक्शन कंडक्ट होने के बाद होने के बाद बट इलेक्शन कंडक्ट रूल का फॉर नंबर 1 जो सी रूल 49 रजिस्टर ऑफ वोटर वो रिलीज क्यों नहीं किया जाता है उसके पीछे क्या कारण रहते होंगे I don't know enough about it, but I was my colleague. I'm sure. Actually, they have to tally 17A and 17A based on vote, which is the first polling office. 17A is where you sign. पहला वाला जो है वो चेक करते हैं टिक करते हैं दूसरा वाला है वो काउंट वोटिंग करते हैं तो दोनों को टैली करने के बाद भी गिनना चाहिए वो अभी टैली नहीं हो रहा वो टैली है वो गलत है 2019 में एडीआर ने रिसर्च करके फाइंड आउट किया है कि 343 काउंटीज में वोटर पोल एंड वोट काउंट दोनों का फर्क था 340 काउंटीज में पोल वोट का काउंट वोट का फर्क था वो गंभीर मामले है पर इलेक्शन कमीशन का परवाह नहीं करता है ये तो बात नहीं इलेक्शन हुआ था और उसमें ठीक है डिटेल में करेंगे पार्लियामेंट में वो आए Rakesh Vijay Lakshmi is waiting from India. Lakshmi ji. People. Lakshmi बोल रही हूँ इंडिया ये जानना चाहती सर कि आपने तमाम चीजें ईवीएम पर हम इतनी देर से डिस्कस की 2024 का चुनाव बहुत दूर नहीं है और इंडिया ब्लॉक के तमाम लीडर्स भी कोशिश करें कि एक अलायंस बनाया जाए ऐसे में क्या ईवीएम को लेकर आपको लगता है कि इंडिया ब्लॉक को कुछ करने की जरूरत है क्योंकि अगर मैनिपुलेट अगर इस तरह की चुनाव लड़ना तो बेमानी सा हो जाएगा एक तरीके से अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है इस तरह के आरोप भी आते रहते हैं तो नेताओं को This has to be now. It can't be. It has to be led with it now. Sir. Can I put my question? हाँ बोलिए. मेरा क्वेश्चन है, you stated clearly that and adopting autocratic attitude. Then what is the next course of action from your side? If it's not your demand to go back to ballot papers, what public? That's the only approach. Because somebody. मैं यही जा रहा हूँ कि किस तरह से होता है लोन, ईवीएम के लगी होता है, जी ठीक है जी लाइक can I comment please? Please. Yeah, my name is Pitroda. I've been working with them for a long time and we've been at the forefront of the Generation 2004. The problem now is that what we are facing is that we are right away from the elections. There is definitely a national movement against the EVM VVPATs and stronger demand than ever before for the ballot paper. I don't know how we are going to manage it, but we are going to try our best. The problem is that there has been no consistency within the people's movement on the issue. The political parties never had a consistent position. But even within the people's movements, we had this, is it not correct? That's right. We are speaking bucket. Right. Yeah. On the media. Yeah. Okay. Now the question is very simple to both Mr. Pitroda. Yeah. How on earth are we going to manage this within a month or two? Though we are in the phase of building up a people movement and now. That's all we have to do. We can continue with the movement. Right. Okay, fine. Hello, I'm from media. Please go ahead. Yeah. I'm from the government. I wanted to ask, so now it's the end of January, the elections are just around 3 months away, and that you're making it to the election commission that they need to stop using EVMs and go back to paper ballots in order to restore trust. So, but it is very unlikely that they will pay any heed to it. So, how do you plan to build pressure on EP for the same now? I think the question has been asked again and again. Your voice. People get to amplify their voice. That's what about. But how will that be done? Will there be people will there be protests? Like you will have to speak up? It's already on. Hi, this is Montu Raja from Media Anti-Corruption India News. सर एक्चुअली क्वेश्चन ये है कि अंदर तमाम ईवीएम हटाओ एक मूवमेंट चल रहा है, कई लोग उसको हेड कर रहे हैं, एडवोकेट महमूद भानु प्रताप, एक्स मिनिस्टर राजेंद्र पाल गौतम, करोड़ों लोगों तक वो चीजें सोशल मीडिया के ऊपर पहुंची हैं. बट प्रॉब्लम ये है जब वो ग्राउंड पे आते हैं तो रिटेन करती है जो आवाम है. वैसे तो लाखों लोग उनसे कनेक्ट हुए हैं, मिस कॉल एंड ऑल, लेकिन क्योंकि जो समय है वो बहुत कम है, पब्लिक कैसे ग्राउंड पे आएगी? बिकॉज जो आज स्थिति है वो तो लगता नहीं है कि कुछ भी सुनने लायक है. तो ये पी मूवमेंट कैसे बनेगा? तो तमाम लोग हैं वो लोग क्या है, बट करोड़ों की 150 करोड़ की आबादी में कितने करोड़ जनता सड़कों पे आ पाएगी? इसके लिए क्या प्लान? जो प्राचीन है वो लोग those who are silent will to speak up. There are lots of capable people. They have to decide. asking the agent of this EVM by pen. One thing very important because the Election Commission of India the EVMs, dummy EVMs at tehsil and the district magistrate offices and asking people if they are able to the VVPAT slip in the window while on yeah, discussion is over. It don't mean anything. Can I ask a question now? I am Colonel Antony, retired from the army. I am an advocate. The Election Commission about certain violations of the rule that the government has made. The ballot unit and control unit is supposed to be directly connected as per the rules. And the VVPAT machine has been put into other side of the ballot unit. If that is the position, probably whatever doubts we are having now about the manipulability could have been partially addressed or temporarily. Why we are not asking for the ballot paper, the balloting unit and vote unit to be connected directly as required in the rule. The balloting unit and the control unit connected. But it's going to the CV control unit right now. Why nobody is raising a query on that? If everybody can write a mail to the election commission, or there is a app called a Water Mitra or a facility in the Water Mitra which I tried to log in, but I could not log in today. Today is the water day. Basically, if we can log in, or we can send a mail or the application to the election commission. Hundreds and thousands of people, if we can put the voice raised to the commission, probably they have made violating the statute, violating the rule made in the book. I'm saying that is no longer on the table. But within the 2 weeks, they can do it. If they want to, the committee directly can do it. Do it immediately within 2 days. Colonel Antony, this is not the issue. As I told earlier, it is the paper, it is the real vote. They are not counting much more basic. My question is, we don't need to pressure the commission. No, sure. Yes, what can the president not do? There's a limit to which order. ऊपर से आ गया क्या? I'm sorry. I agree, but let's move on. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. This is Xiaomi. Hello. Hello. Next, Mr. Bhanu Pratap and Ranjita Dadwal from media first. Okay. Yeah. This gentleman is raising his hand. But he's not speaking. He's raising his head, but he's not. कोई आ रही है आपको? बिल्कुल. हाँ, सर जितनी देर ये चर्चा अब तक चली है लगातार हम इसी बात पर चर्चा हो रही है कि ईवीएम को लेकर जो संदेह है जिस तरह के रिपोर्ट आए हैं उसके अपना जो है वो तरफ राजनीतिक पार्टियां जो इंडिया रही है जिससे जिसको लेकर किया गया उसको देखकर कोई अलग खाका है आपके दिमाग में, कुछ अलग तरह की तैयारी करनी चाहिए इंडिया की पार्टियों को? वो तो उनको सोचना। सर नमस्कार। हेलो आप। नमस्कार सर। सर मेरा ये प्रश्न था कि इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया ने पहले ही कहा, वो ये इस बात को लेकर प्रश्नों को लेकर के कि हमने पहले ही आमंत्रित किया था उसको, सिविल सर्विसेज की सिविल सोसाइटी के लोग भी थे, सभी लोगों को आमंत्रित करके डेंगू दिया था कि कोई भी आकर के चैलेंज नहीं किया था कि कोई भी आकर के सिस्टम को हैक करके दिखाए। तब 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 कोई भी वहां जाकर के और तमाशा प्ले कमीशन बकवास था, बंद है तो अखाड़ा बना नहीं है। पीपल लोग गए थे, कह रहे थे वोट दे दो, वोट दे रहे। It was a business, it was a fraud played by the. Okay, in any case, there is some matter, and they made a fool of people. आम आदमी पार्टी गए थे और लोग भी गए थे, पर सोच को देने में मत करते, चिंता कर दिया। But that's not the way it works. It was a fraud, actually. And this Scary Zedi here. Like you in Congress, I used to cover Congress for the times of India for a very long time, and also in different times. I am a freelancer now. I write on politics. My question to you is that are you going to consult on any civil rights bodies outside India? Because this is something which is the Indian Election Commission will not to listen to. They have not done that. They will not happen. Okay, and a doubt is that even the RGC is going to listen to any reason on this question. I suppose that international support may try and take the balance in our favor. Do you have any? We do not have any plan at this stage. Maybe we'll explore that. Right now, our voice is good enough. We are. Yeah, of course. That's it. Yes. Thank you. Sir, thank you. सर मैंने अभी इलेक्शन एमपी से बोल रही हूँ, मैं भोपाल से। मैं आपसे एक प्रश्न पूछना चाह रही हूँ। इलेक्शन लड़ा है और मेरे क्षेत्र की 80% जनता ये बोल रही है कि हमने कांग्रेस के फेवर में वोट किया, लेकिन उसके बाद भी जो रिजल्ट हमारा आना था अपोजिट पूरा हो गया। बट कहीं ना कहीं हम जनता को ये फील करा पा रहे हैं कि माध्यम से वोट की चोरी की जा रही है। तो सर मेरा प्रश्न है कि एक बड़े अभियान के तहत कुछ ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट बनाइए जिससे हम जिले के साथ अपनी विधानसभा में जनता तक ये मैसेज पहुंचा सकते हैं कि ईवीएम के माध्यम से जो गलत डिसीजन लिए जा रहे हैं तरीके से खत्म किया जा रहा है। तो इसके लिए हमको एक ऐसी मुहिम चलाना है कि जनता तक आवाज पहुंचा सके, क्योंकि हम देख रहे हैं सब कुछ गलत हो रहा है, लेकिन हम जनता का मन नहीं बदल पा रहे हैं। जनता परेशान है कि सही क्या है गलत क्या है, हम उनको सब समझा रहे हैं। जनता भी बोल रही है कि हमने आपको वोट दिया, लेकिन हम उस चीज को क्लियर नहीं कर पा रहे हैं सर। आपको वोट दिया और आप इलेक्ट नहीं हो तो सीधा नहीं। एक मिनट मोहित, आप यूट्यूब देखिए, सोशल मीडिया और यूट्यूब पे जो चल रहा है वकीलों के द्वारा चल रहा है। वकील नहीं है, आम जनता आ रही है, शुरू हो गया है, आप उनसे कांटेक्ट कीजिए। सब अपनी विधानसभा में ईवीएम को लेकर के विरोध प्रदर्शन किया है, हम लोग कर रहे हैं, लेकिन मेरा बस इतना से कहना है कि इसको थोड़ा सा फेयर लगे, जब जनता को दिखाए तो फेयर। आप उनसे कांटेक्ट कीजिए। किया. This is Manu Bunela from Madhya Pradesh. Haji. Sir, recently विधानसभा इलेक्शन हुए सर, और हमारे यहाँ जिन बूथों में हम 200-250 वोटों से हारे, उसके 15 दिन बाद क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ एक पार्षद प्रतिनिधि खत्म हो गई थी, तो उसका चुनाव हुआ, वो हमने 150 वोटों से जीता. तो हमारे यहाँ की जनता के मन में ये है कि हम तो वोट कांग्रेस को दिया, लेकिन मेन इलेक्शन में क्या होता है, ये मैनिपुलेट करते थे. कांग्रेस पिछली बार 70,000 वोट हमारी विधानसभा में, इस बार हम 74,000 वोट थे, लेकिन जो हमारे यहाँ निर्दलीय मैं उसी में मेरा ये कहना है कि हम जो काउंटिंग करें, जो हर बूथ पे आती है मशीन, वो तो हर बूथों में जो पैटर्न रहता है फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड का, वो चेंज हो जाए. अगर वो चेंज हो जाएगा तो ये पोजीशन कम हो जाएगी ईवीएम की. Just about to close. We can take a couple of more questions from media. He was not available actually. That's the problem. No, he was in India because of his mother was not well. Okay, I met him on the WhatsApp as well. Thank you. Next one है anybody? बोलिए. You don't you find it opposition not taking an issue of this? The opposition is almost quiet about it. What is your advice to the opposition? Wake up. My advice is wake up. But why you think the opposition is silent about it? They are not serious. Maybe they have passed that. Okay. Okay. Possible. Yes, George. Say your decision to go for paper ballot is a perfect decision. Now, to get the people rising on this, I say you should show the people that the EVM can actually give you false results. It can work in a malicious manner. I have got some all the people can easily see how EVM can work wrongly. You make a video, send it to us. Okay, I'll try to send it. I have a very clear program. This is just send the video. Depending upon the data, this can be manipulated by the, can be manipulated by the. You should tell me your email. Yeah, sam@pitroda.com. नमस्कार सर, मैं स्टेट सेक्रेटरी हूँ उत्तराखंड कांग्रेस में और फ्रीडम फाइटर्स सक्सेसर सेल की वाइस चेयरमैन हूँ. मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि एक्चुअली सभी लोग कंसर्न है इस बात को लेकर कि ईवीएम में जरूर कुछ इशू है, अदरवाइज लोग अभी जो रीजनल असेंबली इलेक्शन हुए हैं छत्तीसगढ़ राजस्थान, इसमें हमारा जीतने के पूरे चांस थे. बट मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि क्या एज पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स हम लोग ये मूवमेंट चला सकते हैं एंटी ईवीएम? क्या पार्टी हमें इसके लिए अलाउ करेगी? पार्टी क्यों नहीं अलाउ करेगी? What does party have to do with it? Then you will make your voice as a citizen. Then comes party. Party wants to get up, great. The party doesn't pick up, you still have a right as a citizen to speak up. उत्तराखंड में भी मैक्सिमम लोग का करना है, तो ये लगता है कि ईवीएम पर इम्पोर्ट है. Thank you. I don't think so, Mr. Panu. Yeah, because the last one, go ahead. The last one is okay. The last one. Yeah, this is the last one. Mr. Panu, go ahead. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yes. भी डिस्कशन हुआ उसमें थोड़ी बात है कि can the court can keep in the team or we should not move somewhere. I think more about it. Court action is going on, but we are now here before the people of India. Court action is separate and going on. क्योंकि एजुकेशन और आंदोलन क्रश हो जाएगा eventually not necessarily social media social media activity is very aggressive कोर्ट में तो कई लोग नहीं है कोर्ट इज सेपरेट मैटर गो टू द कोर्ट चेंज हुआ है कुछ नहीं जरूरत नहीं है thank you. No, I agree that perception is to be taken forward. That's fine. The main thing is problem is that some of the party are not coming very aggressively. You should tell them it's all you all should. We are always being on social media or the Congress all the position we are. I think it's pretty late. Okay, hour and a half. I want to thank all my colleagues, especially Devasahayam, Rakesh, Sean, Vishal and others. Thank you all for coming. We had almost 150 people, which is pretty big for Indian call. And hope you got our message. We have lost time. We got to paper ballot. We are going to set up supervisory global board. Make sure that India is fair and free. These are the two main issues. Need your help. If you believe in it, take this message forward. Talk to more people and join in raising your voice, raising everybody's voice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.